All right. Hey, welcome to the Ace and TJ experience. And this is just a fun time for us to get together and share some topics and things like we're on the regular old radio show, the one you always know and love. Now, quickly, here's what we want to do. We want to make sure that you know how to participate. Make sure your chat is open. And then there's a little button down there, a little icon that looks like this. That means you're raising your hand and you want to make a comment, and then we'll bring you in with your comment after you raise your hand. And then you just make sure you have your camera and mic tested and ready to go. Okay? Okay, sorry I'm smacking the gum. Let me get rid of that. I had a little bit of the dry mouth. So we have our friend that has been a listener to the Ace and TJ show for a long time. Her name is Sue Ellen, and she is on. And what we're doing is we're looking for your crazy food combinations that sound disgusting, but are actually really good. And you try to get people to try it whenever you can. Okay, so it seems disgusting, but you've got to try it. Hey, Sue Ellen. Hello.
Hey,
Hey, there you are. I don't know who had you muted, me or
it
you.
was
It was who?
me.
Okay. All right. So what do you got? What's your disgusting food combination?
Well, it's really not disgusting, but it's extra sharp hand sliced cheddar cheese
Yeah.
on a black Kalamata olives.
Okay. So grilled cheese with olives.
Yes. It's just, I guess I don't know. They're both strong flavors, but
Mm-hmm.
overpower the other. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not a big olive fan, but my wife is. She loves them.
Del-
Especially loves them in one filthy martini right after the other. She's got a
I,
problem with that.
George
Okay.
Foreman.
Wait, I'm sorry, you're cutting out. I can't hear you. You do what with the George Foreman?
I make those sandwiches on the Foreman.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'll have to try that. I will give it a shot. That doesn't sound too bad. Thank you,
Probably a
Sue
learn.
Ellen.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Hey,
All right. As a co-host tonight, we have Richard Tocado from the Richard Tocado Companies. Um, and why is that? Because not only has he helped Ace and me and our families with mortgages and refis and Wi-Fi's and whatever else he does, he's also a dear, dear friend of ours, an old friend, compadre, amigo, me, uh, me casa mortgage is he casa.
Ricardo Tocado.
Yes. So I don't see your pretty face. I guess you decided you wanted to just
No, I
remain.
don't know how to. I don't. Well, I got to raise my hand.
No, just to make sure your camera's on. The little
My camera.
icon.
Yeah, my camera's on. I have no idea why. I mean, I shot videos earlier before I got on here, so I don't. Here we go.
Okay.
Start my video.
There
Hey,
you go. Oh, there you go. There you go.
here we are.
You got your whiteboard in the background like Carl
Yeah,
Rove on Fox News
yeah.
Channel.
You
Look
like
at you.
that? Yeah,
Yeah, love it. Love
yeah. I throw things at my salespeople. You sat that board. The
it.
but that's it. So what's that? I don't know. I don't know if I got any food combinations that sound bad that taste good.
Well, I know my grandparents used to eat cornbread mashed up in buttermilk. That was kind of nasty, but I think that's just an old people Southern thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's not like putting gravy on ice cubes or something and eating that. Now, my mama used to put lemon juice on ice cubes and then hit it with salt and eat that. I don't know what that was all about, but that was pretty nasty.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter what I do. If I'm cooking it, it's gonna taste good. You know that. You
Yeah,
know
that's
that.
true. Yeah. It'll be Louisiana spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. So Rob, do we have Sherry ready? She's got a good one. We want to throw Sherry up here. I don't know, Sherry, this one may make some people sick if they really think about it. it doesn't bother me because, like I said, I'll try pretty much anything. Now I'm not gonna eat, onions on a jelly sandwich or anything like that, because that's just not the way the Lord wants it. We all know that. Okay, Sherry, you there, babe?
Yeah, I'm here.
May I call you babe? I just threw that out there. I
Sure,
don't know why.
mind. I don't mind.
All right,
So,
so you got a good one. What is it?
yes, gravy on cantaloupe and tomatoes.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
Now we got something going. Cantaloupe with tomatoes and gravy covered.
yes.
That's
Covered
a
with your cantaloupe and your tomatoes are kind of separate, but then you pour the gravy over both of them and eat it.
Now. How did you come about that? How did you discover that?
My daddy.
How did was he a drinking man?
No, no, not at all.
That's what that sounds like. It's like you came home late and you've been at the bar all night and you're starving and you just come up with that. Hey, I know what I'll do. I'll put gravy on the cantaloupe and tomatoes.
No, he's a country boy. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm as country as a turnip green, and I've never heard of that combination. But like I said, I'll try it. It's gotta be homemade gravy though. You
Oh,
can't,
yeah. You don't want none of that packaged stuff. No.
no jar stuff like
No.
no. All right, well that's a good one. Thank you very much, Sherry.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Love you.
Love you.
You see what I did there? Oh, how sweet is that? I'm gonna throw you one, Rich.
Oh, that's nice. You keep that in your pocket.
They are killing me though. My wife's killing me downstairs. I haven't eaten very much today because I've been up here messing with all this, making sure I'm ready and sharp and focused. And it's taco night downstairs, and I'm smelling it.
That'd be nice.
She's sick though. I don't know if I want to eat it if she cooked it, breathing all over it. I think she's got the COVID flu, the long flu. She got the long flu. She said I'll be fine after my exercise class today. I'm like, what? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But she knows she got to get that exercise in because I demand it.
Oh, I thought you demanded she had to have dinner no matter how she felt.
No, I'm not. I'm not a heel, Richard, completely. But I remember my dad eating mayonnaise on peanut butter sandwiches, and then I also remember him taking bananas and mashing them up and putting mayonnaise and peanuts and sugar on it.
Yeah.
I think he called them banana croquettes.
Well, peanut butter and banana is the best sandwich you can eat.
Yeah, but not with
gross.
mayonnaise though, right?
No, it might be good. I like mayonnaise. I've never tried that, but it could be good. I'll have to try that.
All right, so we got anybody else ready to go, Rob? If not, we can wait on them. Richard, you can tell us about buying and selling houses if you want to do that. You are the expert, right? I'm told to say that.
Yeah. I play one on TV and the radio. The thing about buying through a broker, honestly, is it's just a lot cheaper. I had a loan officer in here today. It's coming to work for me. It was like, it's so hard for him to work at a bank because he can't compete with brokers' rates. And then we take it one step further. We make our rates cheaper than, other brokers. People don't realize money's bought and sold just like, like a Ford store has an F-250, another Ford store has an F-250, and they put a price on it. We do the same thing with mortgages and money. We just do it cheaper than everybody else, and we do it better. So that's why we always feel so fortunate to be able to be part of your show and your listeners.
And most people, your average person doesn't know as much about this whole home financing and mortgage and all as I do.
No, I know. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like the way you break it down for regular people.
Yeah, and the one thing that I want to get across more than anything, a lot of people think if their credit score is not really the strongest, that's the reason their rate's higher than somebody else's, and that's not the case. It's a good way to make you, take a higher rate is by telling you that because of your credit, your rate's higher. But I mean, it's not necessarily has to be higher because your credit score is lower. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Well,
not that yours. I mean, not that yours. You have a 900 credit score. You have the highest credit score I've ever seen.
All right. Well, here's the bad thing is that it's like cholesterol. I don't know what's a good number and what's not. When you said 900, I don't know. I don't know blood pressure numbers. I don't know cholesterol numbers. And people go, yeah, my cholesterol is 185. And I always wait to see what they say next
Yeah,
because to react as to, oh, well, that's great. Or, oh, you need to get on some medicine.
yeah, I don't.
So the credit score is the same thing. And I just have to ask my wife.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
hmm
There you
So,
go.
so yeah, Richard doesn't deal with me on any,
Ah,
he tries to, to be
that's
polite.
right. I have to go through TJ to get to Jody. That's
hmm
the way it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say too, if
Mhm.
you're, so if anybody wants to buy a house that's listening, because we have everything, I just want to throw this out real quick, is that we give away a lot of the money when we're making it from, the real estate and the mortgage side. We give a lot of it back to the customers. So there's a big difference. It's significant. And
Yeah.
I tell people all the time when I talk to them in person, that it's a significant difference. It's worth checking out and making a phone call.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, cool. I guess that sounds like you know what you're doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Let's see. I'm going through some of the chat here, see what people are saying. Amanda, she said that something about potato hamburger helper.
Ooh,
I didn't know they made a potato hamburger helper.
yeah, that sounds
Now,
good.
but she puts it on. There she is. Hey, Amanda, is that you? Oh, hey, there you are. So, what do you put the hamburger helper on?
So it only works with the potato stroganoff hamburger helper. You put it on a piece of toast and you melt American cheese over the top under the broiler in the oven.
Okay, so it's potato hamburger helper. I'm sorry. I have to always slow down to make sure I say that word correctly because I've said it in innuendo for so many years, for so long. Just have to make sure I put a G in the middle of it instead of a K sound. So stroganoff, hamburger helper, potato stroganoff. I'm sorry, I'm a third grader. But on toast with cheese melted on it, that actually sounds pretty good.
It has to be American cheese and it has to
Now-
be the Kraft singles. It doesn't work with anything else.
Okay, so Kraft singles, not really American cheese, but
Right.
Kraft singles, not real American cheese.
And there was one that I forgot to put, but I grew up also eating salt and vinegar chips with mayo sandwiches.
Okay, Sammy, not just like using mayo as a dip.
That too, but it's better on a sandwich. It's easier to eat.
All right, well, I like both of those things. I'll give them a try. My little friend Jenny, who I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about how much she eats. She's about I don't know, maybe 98 pounds, and her all-time favorite meal is hamburger helper, beef stroganoff. And I can cook gourmet meals out the wazoo. I'm almost I'm basically a chef, but that's how sophisticated her palate is that she brought a bunch of hamburger helper over here one night for me to cook because she can't cook it. But so now I'm going to give her that one to try. That's a good
I cook
idea.
most things from scratch.
Oh yeah, right,
so
Amanda. Sure.
And when I
I mean,
recommended that for
yeah.
my fiance, he kind of looked at me sideways.
Yeah, I'm sure that you do cook everything from scratch. We believe you. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too.
You could stay on listening. You don't have to leave. I always say that, like you gotta vamoose, but you don't. You can still. I don't know where you go because I don't know the technology. I guess Richard, you've got them hidden somewhere off camera so
Yeah.
they can listen and watch, but not be up on the screen.
Yeah, I can't believe I can see and talk to people. I'm 57 years old. This is outside of my realm of technological expertise myself. The TV is talking back to me.
My great grandmother in Jonesboro, Louisiana, used to get mad at her husband, which would probably be my great grandfather, if he walked in front of the TV in his underwear because she thought they could see you back.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She'd say, "Get out of here in your underwear. These women on these soap operas are seeing you in your underwear." So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
not exactly what you would call an Einstein bunch.
but it's true now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They were just ahead of their time. She saw something coming.
Yeah, she knew. She was
Mhm.
savant.
Got it. Now, I don't, I don't know that I'm really going to try any of these things. I could use some people as a guinea pig though, but I thought we were going to get some really disgusting ones. Now the cantaloupe and tomatoes covered in gravy, that's pretty, that's pretty much along the lines of what I was figuring that people would get. But you know, hamburger helper is a delicacy to a lot of people. That actually sounds pretty good. When's the last time you had that, Rich? Hamburger helper?
It's been a long time, but it is still one of my favorites. When my mom used to whip that up when I was a kid, that was like the best dinner ever, no matter what.
You know, I used to love it. I loved that cheeseburger macaroni when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But then if I ever came home, I could tell when my mama had cooked tuna helper. You remember that? Tuna
Oh,
helper. So you put tuna in. You liked
yeah.
it?
Oh, I love, yeah, my mom liked tuna a lot. So we had a lot of that tuna helper and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. But the hamburger helper was the best.
And I don't know. We talk about that all the time. Things we loved as a kid, and whether or not they would stand up today if we tried
Yeah.
it today. And I ate some hamburger helper a few months ago just to try it, and it wasn't as good as I remember. And I think
It
that's
was.
because they changed it. They must have changed it.
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah. Made it smaller, cheaper.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Shrunk it down. I'd imagine it was, if I had some, I think I would still like it.
Were there things that your parents cooked that they loved that you would just go, I'm not eating
Liver,
that. The liver.
liver. My
Now,
dad
you talking
made
about beef
this,
liver?
yeah,
Mm.
he made it, we had to have it once a week. It was awful.
Now, I love fried chicken livers, but not
This
beef
was
liver.
beef liver, onions,
Ugh.
disgusting. Just say the dogs had a good dinner, then I would have to sneak and figure out a way to make it look like I ate it. Give it to the dogs.
Well, I had my parents would eat sauerkraut and weenies, so they just take a can of those sauerkraut and then cut up
Yeah.
weenies in it. And they knew we weren't going to eat that, so I guess they just.
See, I would eat that.
You would?
Could have had the liver and onions. I'd eat the sauerkraut and weenies, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that was
That just seemed like something that a kid wouldn't eat. Like my grandparents, we used to always go to their house and they have like my grandmother, my Nana would go, baby, you want Nana to open up a can of mackerel for you? And we go, no, ma'am, no. And, well, how about I got some ice cream in there? I got some black cherry walnut ice cream. And we go, no, ma'am, that's not good. And then when my mom would come pick us up, she'd go, I couldn't get these boys to eat anything. It's like, who would eat that crap?
I try to give him
under
a can
60.
of fish. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll get Papa to make you some salmon patties if you want. No, ma'am, that doesn't sound too great.
No, my grandmother's, it was like going to to a diner. They could throw down both of them. Oh yeah. Cook whatever you wanted. It was awesome.
So we got some people wanting to say some stuff here.
All right.
Okay, so what about this Pamela, Rob? This is a really good one. If Miss Pamela is available to go up, Richard, you're gonna well, I don't know, you might like it. Because you like barbecue, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be from North Carolina and not like barbecue.
Well, I'm not from North Carolina.
Oh,
Where are you from?
West Virginia.
Oh, that's right. You are. You're from West Virginia. I forgot about the same thing. If you're from Louisiana like I am, West Virginia and North Carolina are the same thing.
Louisiana and Mississippi are the same. You're right.
Exactly. That's what people think. So, hey, Pamela.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound
Hi.
great. So,
Thanks.
so what is your combination? And I can tell your accent even if I hadn't seen where you're from.
Yeah. Hey, I've been listening to you guys since you were on in State College. How many years ago was that? 20?
Oh, yeah, at least, well, not not me. I'm much younger, and I didn't join the
Yeah,
show
yeah,
until a
yeah.
few years ago. It was a
I
different guy
ever
that they
since you
called
went off,
TJ.
yeah, ever since you went off,
Mhm.
I've been downloaded all the podcasts. So
Wait,
you got a half Yankee here.
do you work at Penn
Yeah.
State?
I work at University Orthopedics. It's in State College.
Okay,
I live
okay.
about 45 minutes outside of State College, so don't worry, I'm not one of those liberales there.
Okay. So what is your food combination that is disgusting, but you think people need to try it?
Well, we have Middlesworth barbecue chips, which are made in central Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
And I dip them in my mom's homemade chocolate milkshakes.
Yeah, now
Get a little sweet and salty.
I have an uncle who dips, like whenever we would have homemade ice cream, he would dip his Ruffles potato chips in it. That's the only
Yeah.
way. Instead of using a spoon, he would use Ruffles. So I guess it's the same concept.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's delicious.
Mhm. So is Pennsylvania known in that area for good barbecue, or just the barbecue chips?
Just the barbecue chips.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We like the barbecue from your way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We travel there a lot.
You do?
Well, we travel to the Outer
Coming from-
Banks a lot.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful
Yep.
area. I can't afford the Outer Banks. I got to go to the Inner Banks.
Yeah, right.
I don't know where the Inner Banks are, but
Wherever
Yeah.
you make it, I guess, huh?
I guess so. Well, thank you very much. It was nice talking to you, Pamela. We appreciate
too.
you going to all the steps to make sure you listen to us. That's awesome.
Yep, all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. So that's not that bad. I thought she was going to say she took like ribs and stuff and put chocolate ice cream on them, chocolate shake. I was at somebody's house the other night and she cooked some short ribs
Mm-mm.
and they were really good. I always thought you had to be Korean to cook short ribs though, because that's the only time I ever see short ribs when it's at the Korean restaurant. I didn't know that they allowed anybody else to cook them. I thought everybody else had to cook regular size ribs.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You like Korean barbecue?
Not really. No.
You don't?
Yeah, I like American barbecue.
There's a place in Charlotte called Hawkers, I think is the name of it. It's really good. It's got a lot of cool stuff. We just gave them a shout out there. There you go,
There
Hawkers.
you go. I've never been there. What makes Korean barbecue better than American?
I didn't say it was better. It's just
Yeah,
different.
come on.
I like it. No. I'm, I won't even turn on subtitles of an American show. Like, a lot of millennials turn on the subtitles when they're watching TV
Yeah.
just because they say it's easier to keep up with. But I won't do it even if it's an American show because subtitles is too foreign for me.
My wife, it's like we were watching a show the other night and it had the English subtitles came up for Spanish speaking. And she's like, if it's like this the whole movie, you can just turn it off. I'm like, it was like 3 lines. She's like, that's it. I've had all I could stand.
Yeah, I can't do the subtitles because I can't read fast enough, actually. I'm not a fast reader. Well, you see how long it's taken me to read these people's comments. I'm
Where's
like,
Rob?
do you have food combo or question? What?
Where's Rob at? Is doing it? Rob doing
Oh
it?
yeah, he's hustling. He's hustling.
All right.
Rob, when he's at his house, Richard, he says that he is rarely sitting upright. He's mostly in a reclined position, no matter what he's doing, what he's got going on.
At his house?
Yeah, he's in his underwear and in a reclined position.
How's he pull that off?
Well, he's at home by himself all the time. His girlfriend's a teacher. He told us the other day that he played so much Dungeons and Dragons over the weekend that he hurt his tailbone. That so long it hurt his tailbone.
His thumbs hurt. Oh, it's been a rough weekend.
How is that? How is that, Rob? Was that you I heard talk? Laugh?
Yeah, I'm here. It's getting better. I'm
Okay.
healing.
Okay, but are you lying down at the moment?
I'm seated on the couch.
Are your legs up side saddle like you normally sit on the couch?
It's got the, I don't know what you call it, like a chaise lounge on the end. That's
Yeah.
what I'm on.
Okay.
So
Well, that's good. That's good. So you think, Rob, don't say this in front of all of the the people who are here watching and listening, but do you think that they like this?
I think so.
You think that they find it entertaining and kind of neat, like a back seat look at stuff?
Yeah, I do have one that Mike did.
Don't tell them I asked that though.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, hold on. I think Mike might want to get on here. Let's see. Let me make sure.
All right. Get on here, Mike.
Earlier he said he didn't want to, but let's see.
Okay. Get on here, Mike. Come on, man. You
Come
get
on,
to
Mike.
talk to the famous Richard Tocado of the Richard Tocado companies.
All right, here he
Come on,
comes, I
Mike.
think.
Hey, Mike. Are you there?
He's muted. He's got to be unmuted.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
How you know?
I did.
You don't know. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you, bud?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, what you got?
So,
What's your combo?
Combination is chicken sausage with cottage cheese and mustard.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's nasty.
Like a chicken sausage link, like smoked sausage or patty sausage.
Smoked sausage.
And you put cottage cheese and what on it?
Mustard.
Mustard.
Now, let me preface this. This is my girlfriend's daughter's favorite. So don't judge me. You can judge her.
How old is she?
She's 16 years old.
Now, how did she figure out that she liked that combination? Do you know?
What do you think these people, TikTok and all this stuff?
Oh, she learned it on TikTok.
Yes, Lord.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I'm going to eat cottage cheese, which I normally don't, but if I am going to eat it, I will go with it salty rather than sweet. Some people put sugar on it and stuff. But the only time I've ever eaten is when I've been in a real, diet situation. Oh, there you go, Mark. All right.
Oh, sorry.
You fine looking man. I don't know why you were hiding before.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's called about don't know how to use technology.
Well, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Have a good night.
You
Tell
too.
your girlfriend's daughter, hey.
All right, will do.
All right. Okay, so Richard is the expert on the what you call it? What do you call that? Mortgages and selling and buying houses and running craps games and dominoes and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Dice
So if anybody's got any questions for Richard, you want to talk to him. I know one lady wanted to talk to you. Richard said she talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and she had some follow-up questions for you.
All right, perfect.
I don't think Jody's going to ask you anything tonight since she's not feeling well. But if everybody that wants to ask Richard something will just stay on. If not, you can still stay and listen to what people are asking Richard and what we're talking about. Or you can go on about your business. But
Yeah, they can always they can call me too if they want not to do it on live show or whatever. You can always just call me. Go to Home with Richard and just call the phone number on the website.
homewithrichard.com. But now this is live on the Ace and TJ .tv on YouTube, and it's on demand anytime. So if you want to go back and watch it, and we're going to be doing these all the time. And the next one is a week from today. So tonight it's Ace. We'll do one next Tuesday. Invitations are going out tomorrow, and it's very limited space if you want to be on the show. So go to acetj.com/experience to make sure that you get the invitation. And the Ace and TJ Experience, basically, like I was trying to explain before, it's our show that's made for you to be the star. So, if you're in here, you want to participate, make sure you hit the raise your hand button and Rob will get you in, because we want you to be the focus of it whenever you're a part of the Ace and TJ Experience. So let us know at acetj.com if you have any ideas for topics that you want to discuss, anything that you got great stories for that you think would be a good Ace and TJ Experience topic. And we'll have as much fun with this as we do with the regular old show and our podcast and all of that. So anybody with questions for Richard, we'll get on that. If not, and you want to go, then you're dismissed. But if you want to hang out, we're we're going to talk about some stuff and have a little fun with it.
So you guys, it's either Ace or TJ. It's not Ace and TJ.
Well, on these things,
Yeah.
probably not, because some people like me, and then others, tolerate Ace. So we can't work together past 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So
It's in our contract that we can't be in the same room.
well, I know you guys only talk to each other.
Mm-mm.
It's really
But-
it's kind of uncomfortable, honestly.
But to be honest with you, he's a lot better at hosting stuff like this than I am. He's more professional and all of that. So that's what I was telling, the people when we first started looking and we were testing this and all. Like, don't look at what I've done as a demo
Yeah.
to guide you. Go look at what Ace's
Yeah.
practice rounds are.
There you go.
So, Rob, is Amanda on, or is she going to call Richard privately, or all of that stuff? Does she still want to talk to him? Because it says she did.
I don't see her in here anymore, unfortunately.
Okay.
But Mike did have a question maybe that we could pass along to Richard
All
there.
right.
Okay.
He said he wants to know what are the prospects of the rates to drop any info on that.
I think the rates are going to come down. We got inflation came out today a little bit higher than we wanted, and the rates ticked up today. But I really feel like we're going to see by the end of March or the middle of March, they're going to start to come down. We're going to have probably the biggest refi boom we've ever seen in this country. I would imagine by I always believe, but with during the election year, as it gets closer to voting, they want the economy to be on fire, and the way to do that is to lower rates and then let everybody tap into their home's equity or refinance their current rate, save their lower their monthly payments on not on cars, not just on houses, but cars and boat, whatever they have. So I feel like early spring we're going to see the rates fall. If it's not March, it'll be April.
So, what about the market as far as, I have a really good interest rate on my house.
Yeah.
And Adam, our manager, said that somehow we fell into an unbelievable, like we just tripped and fell into the last good interest rate that has been available. But what if I want to sell my house and make money off of it? Is that going to be the way the market is going with this stuff you just talked about, or?
Oh,
is it good?
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Charlotte market is still hot. You'd still make a lot of money to sell that you're a house you're in, but the rates fall, it creates more demand and the value of your house goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you would have to, obviously, if you sell whatever you buy next, you're going to have a higher rate.
Yeah.
Probably than the one you have, because Adam is correct about the rate that you have is, I don't see him get down low again. So,
Mm-hmm. So, but if I sold my house and made money off of it and then moved back in with my mama, then that would be the thing to do to be able to save that money.
yeah, and take all the money. I mean, I sold my house 2 years ago and did it just for that, to cash out. Now, the problem I have is trying to find another house to buy because they're so expensive now. I sold
Yeah.
mine for a lot more than I paid for, but now I can't find what I want to buy because everything I look at is like, oh my gosh. So it's just one of those things, if you take the win of selling your house and getting all the equity out of it, you are going to pay a higher price for your next house. As long as you stay in Charlotte, if you move back to Louisiana, you'll probably be able to pay cash for one. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and it'll come with an airboat.
That's right.
Thrown in.
An airboat and a ceiling fan. You could be living large.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, yes. I think you would be fine either way. If you want to sell your house and cash out, the rates will be low enough that it'll be a huge win for you if you want to do that. Obviously, if you want to stay in it, all you're doing is building equity, to do, whatever you want down the road. So you have a lot of options.
Okay. What about the difference between an equity line of credit and what's the other thing? The home equity mortgage or whatever it is.
All right, real quick, a closed line, a second mortgage or a closed HELOC means you're going to take a certain amount of money. Say you're going to borrow $100,000 or $50,000, you're going to pay that back over a period of time, just like a mortgage. Now, there's no prepayment. You can pay it off early if you want to, but you can't go back and, like, say you take out 50, you pay down to 30, you don't have 20 available. It's a low fixed rate as far as the second mortgage is concerned. A HELOC, the rate's usually variable. Even if it's fixed, it's going to be a lot higher than a closed-end mortgage, because the bank, if they loan you 50, you pay back 30, you automatically have 20 left. So they're not going to go back and re-underwrite your situation in 2 years. You're going to have access to that money. So the HELOC gives you more flexibility, but it costs more money. Interest rates higher. Does that explain?
Yeah. Yeah. See, I had it mixed up. I was saying HELOC or SHELOC. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I
HELOC's not
couldn't.
the same, right?
Yeah. But so when people hear us talking about on the show, if you need cash to get out of your credit card debt and that sort of thing, that is cashing out the equity in your home, right? That's the way you say
Correct.
that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like, let's say you own a house that you owe 250 on it, it's worth 500. There's $250,000 worth of equity there. You can generally tap into a 90% LTV, which means you can get 90% of the value of your house cashed out. I would recommend that you stay at 80 or less. I would not recommend going to 90 or 100 unless it's a huge benefit. But if you're just going to take cash out to pay off credit cards and do a couple of things, I would keep it around 80% if you can.
So, how old were you when you decided this is what you wanted to do for a living? And how did that come about? Because I always wonder that. I mean, you don't usually see a little kid go, "When I grow up, I want to be a mortgage broker," and whatever. How did that happen? Where you got to know all this stuff and everything?
Well, I was a finance manager in the car business, which I've always loved cars. So when I graduated from college, I sent out resumes I knew I wanted to be a finance manager in the car business because my summer job when I was in college was actually selling cars at a local dealership in my hometown, where my grandmother and the woman that owned the place ate lunch together once a week. So she said, "Patty, Richard needs a job." So my grandmother got me a job selling cars. And I love the finance manager and I love what he did. So I was like, I want that when I graduated from college. Got a job and came to Charlotte, was a finance manager at Dick Keffer Pontiac. And I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. And I had a guy walk on a car lot. And a guy I used to work with, it was the finance manager. He walked in on a Saturday. He said, "Hey, you got to check out the mortgage business." I said, "I'm pretty good here." And he goes, "Save money, no weekends." I was like, "Save money, no weekends. Show me the way home." So I got up and left. That's how I got in the mortgage business.
Oh,
So I didn't have to work on the weekends.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I got my real estate license and now I work all the time. So
yeah, when people come to you, they can buy a house, sell their house, do the mortgage through you, do the whatever.
Refi, get equity out. Anything to do with your house, buy, sell, or refi, get the equity out, whatever you need. I'm an expert in the primary residential world. That's where I've always been. I don't do investments. I don't do commercial loans. I do second homes. Like if you have a beach house or you want to buy a house in the mountains, we do a lot of houses in the mountains, Boone, Blowing Rock area. But that's where we're at. We're for the regular person that just wants to own a home or have a second home. That's where we really shine, and we make sure that we have the best prices and we do all we can for that. So we're very in a box as far as the customers we use.
And you even clean the houses. Everything to do with the house. You're in there doing it all. Cleaning, fixing, plumbing, doing all
I
that.
mop floors, wash, all that.
Oh,
You
good.
buy a house from me, whatever you need. All
right.
I don't think I've cleaned a house in 20 years, so it'd be tough. But I'll do it. If you buy a house from me, I'll do it.
Yeah, and will you wear a special uniform to do it too,
Oh,
or
sure, whatever,
you
yeah,
just
see
in
you
your
later.
regular clothes? You don't come in with the
Yeah.
the
You
coveralls and
come in
all
like a
that?
big biker or something. You want me to, wear a Harley jacket? The, whatever you need.
All right, so
But yeah, I mean, anything. Yes.
if you got any questions for Richard, and I know we're joking around a lot here tonight because we wanted to keep it loose and all that, but he knows his stuff and he has more options than a regular bank does. So if you just think you may be able to use him for something, but I don't know if he can help me with this or that. It doesn't hurt to call him because he'll tell you, yeah, I can help you with that, or no, that's not really what I do. I mean, you just heard him say that he's in the box and he does this and this, and that's what he specializes in. He's an expert in. So if you fit into that category of his expertise, he'll let you know and can help you. So it's easiest just to go to homewithrichard.com, homewithrichard.com. You can get his number there. You can send him an email there, and they will get back with you quickly and start working with you as soon as they get your message. All right.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
thank you very much for everybody that came in to the Ace and TJ experience tonight. We appreciate it, and I know that these things being new, you're on the ground floor of it here as it's starting to take off. So you'll be able to say, "Hey, I was in that Ace and TJ experience thing, and I told
I was-
TJ about putting gravy on tomatoes and cantaloupe."
That's true. I still say
Mhm.
it's a drunk thing. He might be
Yeah.
with the Lord now, but I think he came up with that when he wasn't.
All right. Well, it was good talking to everybody, and then I got to go to bed because I'm gonna eat a taco first, and then I'm going to bed.
Hey, well, thank you for everybody came out and let me be your co-host.
Mhm.
Thanks, TJ.
All right, you
I
did a great
appreciate
job, Richard.
I appreciate
My best co-host I've ever had.
it.
Don't tell Ace I said that.